Oh man, what a week, what a week, what a week, man. This is Marley Trades, bro. Um, the week of what was the days? The 28th, the week of July 28th was a losing week for me. Um, again, gotta be transparent with y'all. I did lose today. Today's Friday, August 1st. I lost today. You guys are gonna see in the video. It's gonna be a short video. I lost pretty quick. It was just a losing week. Again, I'm not gonna take it as a losing week. I'm gonna take it as a learning week. I learned a lot this week, and we're gonna take the weekend and just look at what the trades that I took, maybe why I shouldn't have taken them, maybe why I should have taken them. It's all lessons behind them. So hope you guys do enjoy the video. Subscribe, comment, like, follow the socials below. And again, this is just transparent. You guys are not gonna see no type of bullshit. I lost this whole week. I lost Monday, lost Tuesday, broke even Wednesday, lost yesterday, lost today. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to it. We just gotta follow the process. I gotta give money to the market for the market to give money to me, and this is just a week that I don't see anything. And it is what it is. We call it delayed gratification. You gotta love it. But I hope you guys do enjoy the video. God bless you guys. Peace. Enjoy the video. I bet. August 1st, man. Start of a new month. Let's start on the monthly, see what the previous month did. Okay. So let's look at the other charts. Yep. And yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, so previous month, July, closed within June's range as a nice wick up, closing as a doji somewhat. So we can mark this out as July top range and July low range. We got to keep that in mind. June range high, June range low. All right, cool. So we got those two marked up. So we start on the monthly. We do got a gap here. We did test. Did we? This is the first down close candle. We did test this right here, which would have been our CISD on the monthly after sweeping liquidity. So let's actually see what the weekly is on. So the weekly, of course, CTSV, supercharger, and traffic. I put the kid on a caddy. Okay, so we have previous week high, previous week low, previous week high, previous week low. Ended up just absolutely tormenting it. Previous week high, previous week low. It looks like we're probably coming down a bit lower. We did sweep out here, so did sweep that out. Of course, we still have this gap that we're playing within. Same shit, different day. So we got to keep that in mind of where we're playing at. These two areas we don't need to worry about anymore. We came down below it. Okay, let's go to the daily and see what we're looking at. So we have a sweep here, previous week high there. Close below this. All right. So on the daily, there is a lower gap down here that we could pay attention to as a target for price. So for this one, we'll make it blue so we know it's a daily. So we got this gap down here on the daily that we're looking at. Of course, we had a CISD here on the daily, so we can mark that out. This was a CISD. And then we just continue floating down. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're just really just falling. It's gonna be a little bit tricky to see what price wants to do. You'd probably want to see it tap into a gap, especially because we have all of this liquidity downstairs. So let's go to the 6 hour and let's see exactly what we're looking at. See what we could catch for the day. All right, so we've just been flooding. Yeah, but we've just been falling. We're gonna have to wait for a closure of something. I want to see what happens when we tap into this gap. Let's go to the 4 hourly. 4 hourly is just falling. Yeah, dude, this looks crazy. It's just absolutely insane. Yeah, probably just wait till that gap gets tapped. I'm not gonna do anything else. CTSV, supercharger, and traffic. I put the kid on a caddy. Let's mark out our sessions liquidity. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's gonna be boom. All right, so we have London session high, and we got, all right. We did react off this gap. We got to keep that in mind here. Keep that in mind. This is a London session gap here that we just reacted off of. So, I'm probably going to have to wait till 10 a.m. to see something, bro, because I really don't know what to look for today. We've already fallen 1%. So, I think we should see continued sales unless this gap holds. We get a 1 hour CISD, a clean 5-minute flip, then I'll be able to, like, if we get like a 1 hour range to play in, even better. So we shall see what happens. We do have London session highs. Hypothetically, I'd want price to maybe dip down, tap, and then we can probably go for the previous candle high as an area to buy from, because this is all untouched. So we could probably try to catch the retracement, because we already hit our targets for the week, so we could be neutral on the day. Just have to see where price would want to go. Price already would need to flip back down here for boom boom. All right, and then where's midnight open at? Midnight open is right. Hold on, I gotta zoom into that bit. There it is. Boom, midnight open. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking for. That's the only thing we could really look for today, honestly, is probably this getting tapped into, us getting a 1 hour CISD, and then a clean 5-minute like inverse or CISD. And then maybe we can form like a 1 hour range, or this 4 hour range. If we could just go down lower, retrace right back up, we create something on the 4 hour, we get a clean 15-minute area. That's about it. So that's all we could really wait for. Price is already reacting off this area, but we have a fair value gap below, so I really don't want to do anything just yet. So once the market opens, I will come back. Or not even when the market opens. If 9:30 hits, I'm not gonna record it. If 9:45 hits and there's a setup playing out, I'll record it. If there's not, I won't record it. If 10 a.m. hits and there's a setup, I'll record it. If not, then I'll just do a different type of video and just explain why I didn't take any trades, and it's 11:30. So, yeah. Peace. All right. I'm going to be a little bit careful today. It's 10:20, right? Price is absolutely ripping back up. So, we came down to this order block that I marked up. Had this fair value gap, daily fair value gap. Now, on the daily, right? What we would want to see is if this hourly can close within this range, we can then target news high. We can then target this candle's 9 a.m. candle's high, but we would have to close within the range. So I'm gonna wait until 11. I'm gonna go do some shit, then come back at 11, and then I'll give myself 30 minutes to 11:30 to just see if I can catch a trade. If that's not the case, and I come back and we already fully grabbed all that, then we can't really worry too much. I'm gonna actually, this was my sell. If we can get up to here before 11, I may take the sells, just depending on how the candle looks. Or if we're still playing within this range when I get back, then I'm just gonna look for buys all the way up to this candle's high, because we still got news high to go grab. Wait, did we already grab news high? I think we already grabbed news high. Whatever, we already grabbed news high and we came down. So we just gotta wait now and see. We already grabbed news high, so sales is probably gonna be the most appealing option. So we're just gonna wait. I'll come back at 11 and see what happens. Let this candles do its thing. I haven't done anything, so peace. Came back in. I think I see a setup I want to take, and I'm gonna execute it right now. So 747 is gonna be my stop. All right, cool. Let's see what happens here. I mean, fuck it. It is what it is. I took it, and I'll let you guys know I took it in just a second. So I took it just based off of this 15-minute reaction that we had. I probably should cover this high, but I'm gonna cover this gap. I'm gonna cover the top of this gap. I think we should be good. If we end up inversing it, then that's just me being wrong again, and we move on. So I took it based off of the 15-minute. We had 2 taps deeper into this gap. Oh, never mind. We're probably about to get cooked. Yeah, this might be a fast trade. Sheesh, might have just forced this one. Yeesh. I should cover this high, bro, but I'm gonna be risking way too much if I cover the high. And that's something I don't want to do, because then I know my psych won't be able to handle it. At least not right now. 420, nah, not even worth it. I'm just gonna have to take the loss if it comes up. So I took it just based off because we had SMT with ES and NQ. On the 1 minute, we had a 15-minute fair value gap tap. We tapped into it twice. The previous one ended up double sweeping it, making SMT with ES and NQ. So the reason why I'm taking this is to go lower, just because we did have this double top at the top. And yeah, this should be, I'm taking it off this gap too. So I want to see if maybe price could hold here and then continue, just go down through here. Maybe this was just a move back up to the 50% of this move to then continue down. I don't want to get faked out again. So I'm taking sells just because it is a selling day. And yeah, honestly, just for me to be careful, you know what? I'm following my plan. We're going to let it rock. We're going to let it rock. I'm following my plan. It's just there is an hour gap above. That's the only thing that's scary. There's going to be an hour gap above. If this closes like this, there's going to be an hourly gap right here. We're going to close bullish inside. So I'm hesitating right now. I might have to, I already took a trade for the day. It is what it is. Let's just see if it works out. That's all we can do. Let's just see if this ends up working out. I'm just hesitating because of that gap up here. But we're just going to see if it plays out. If this ends up working out, it ends up working out. It is Friday and today was NFP. So we just got to be mindful of that. Okay, 11 just opened up. That gap is up there. That's the way I could see me losing this trade. It's because of that gap that we have above. Price might want to come to that. We're on the way. Just hold on. Let's see if we can break this low. Close below this low, then we can move our stops. We end up closing above this high in the 1 minute, I'm out.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Actually, we close above the 50% of the gap, I get out. Let's see. That's why we wait to move our stops, bro. See if this comes down. It's just that 1 hour gap above, bro. It would make sense for us to come up. And it is Friday too. Friday is very tricky sometimes because Friday likes to be that day where you just are selling off the whole week and then you like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take sales now. You just get fucked. You get fucked. Honestly, we inverse this, I could add to my position. 32? No. I'm adding 4 times at 12. Nah, yeah, this is a loss. Fuck. What a losing week, bro. Sheesh. I just got baked the whole week. Yeah, this is just it's just one of these days, bro. Damn, man. And again, I know I'm being emotional because it's been a losing week and I'm trying to adjust to just understanding that it's okay to have losing weeks. Usually I just tilt and start blowing my accounts and shit. But yeah, bro, look at that reaction. It wants to come up to that gap. Wow. Keeps trying to push up higher. Yeah, there it is. Just waiting to get taken out. I already took my trade for the day. So there's that 1 hour gap above it wants to go to. Another losing day, bro. Jesus Christ. Welp. It is what it is. Peace. Man, let's go ahead and do this market breakdown outro. One shot, one take. My mic is on. Everything is on. I bet. Alright, what do we have? Same thing. Marked out the weekly fair value gap. Previous week high got grabbed. Previous week low got grabbed. We came below this low. I had areas marked up of liquidity getting swept here. Okay, so that's the weekly. I went to the monthly. July closed within the June range. Cool. I think I marked that up as well. Yeah, I did. June range high. Went to the daily. Of course, what do we have? We had a strong move up. We had a sweep of liquidity. We had a CISD off that sweep. We had higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now getting a lower high and then lower low into some type of liquidity. What did I mark up on the daily? We had a fair value gap here on the daily. And we had a order block. That price reacted off to the tick on the daily. Cool. What do we see now? On the 6 hourly, we're just falling. There really isn't anything to it. Of course, we closed above this high, and then we closed right back within it. This was on Monday. Now we're just coming down. Probably to fill out these gaps to the left over here. There's a lot of liquidity and a lot of area that the market needs to correct to. A lot. So that's what we're looking at. Go to the H4. What do we see? H4. Again, we just have a lot of structure and a lot of area for price prior to come down to and correct. So what did I do? I went to the hourly today. What we were looking for, we were being very patient. I wrote this here. Consolidation at the at the CISD. We need a clear displacement. That's what I was looking for. I didn't get it. Anyways, we'll worry about that later. 9 a.m. What happened? We had a stupid move down off this fair value gap from London, right? So tapped into it, flooded down. Cool. This was hourly fair value gap. We came down. I was anticipating that we were going to come down to somewhere, so that's why I marked up that order block on the daily. Cool. I didn't trade to 11. So this whole week, I've been looking for buys, trying to catch buys, even though my bias was bearish. But today, I said, okay, let me look for sales because we've been selling the whole week. Again, it's Friday. Anything can happen on Friday. What happens? The 10 a.m. candle closes within the 9 a.m. range. All right, cool. I wasn't looking at it like that because we had a 15-minute gap from 9:30. 10:15 hit, tapped into the gap, went above the gap, tapped into there, and so I thought we were going to go lower, right? So I scaled down to the 1 minute, and what did I see here? Okay, so right here, we had sweep of this 1034 high, 1046, and then we displaced down, leaving an inverse and a fair value gap. I got in based off of the, where was it? I got in based off of the fair value gap tap, right? What happened here? We ended up just consolidating, and then I originally had my stops at 75 ticks right there. I would have got stopped out either way, but I moved my stops to 50 because I ended up entering with more size because I thought off of this candle right here that we had at 1103 and then 1104, I thought we were going to come down lower and at least give a 100 tick push down. We didn't. We just pushed up, came down, and then we just rallied up. Now, this box that I had marked out here was actually a 5-minute fair value gap with the CISD from the order block tap from an H1 range. Came down. Again, this was my buy entry that I wanted to take, which I didn't because I was looking at the sales now because we were selling off. Came down, tapped into the gap. I gave it about a 50 tick risk. So I forward tested this and it did hit. I think it hit. It was a 60 tick risk for 120. Yeah, and it hit in 2 candles. So that's one of the forward tests I had today. Now, the original sell that I wanted, which I couldn't have traded anyways because it was after 11:30, was up here. And look at this sell-off that we had. Immediate. We had an order block right here. Price came up, 0 drawdown. Or how many ticks of drawdown was this? What? This was nothing. This was 15 ticks of drawdown, and then we just completely just shredded that shit. Like if we look at what this would have been, well, I won the 4.5. So it is what it is. We move on. Today's just one. This week was just one of those weeks where I had to lose to see my issues, and that's me being impatient. So that's the market breakdown, bro. Today was NFP as well, so there's really nothing else I can do. As far as for the trades that I took, lost on the sells, 1 on the buys on the forward test, 1 on the sells on the forward test. So I went 2 for 3 today, but I just didn't want, I can't trade. I can't take more than 1 trade per day as per my rules, and that'll come over time. I'll be able to figure out through back testing if I'm able to take 2 trades per day to give myself that second chance, but with lower risk. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the setups. I got cooked today. This whole week I've been getting baked, but again, it's transparency. I want to show you guys that, bro, I'm not bullshitting. I'm learning this shit every day. I'm learning. I'm getting better as far as walking away from the charts, no matter what the outcome is. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Man, God bless you guys. All glory to God. Enjoy your weekend. Y'all be safe. And let's read something here. You've already achieved goals you said would make you happy. Facts. So I'll see you on the flip side, bro. Hey, to me, it wasn't a losing week. It was just a learning week. So we learn. We scrap this week, and we go into next week with the same mindset of I'm going to execute the same way. That's it. I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. God bless you guys.